Hello guys, it's 899 here and welcome to this very different video. Basically this is going to be talking about some stats. Because it's the sexiest subject when it comes to the NRL, it's stats. You know, it's like, oh, social media, how much money people make, but we all know the true essence is stats. So basically we're going to talk about some stats, and this one specifically about, is there an increase of thrashings in the NRL? Let me explain. What does thrashing mean? Well, thrashing as a noun has two meanings of 1, the act of physically beating someone, a beating, or 2, a heavy defeat of a sporting opponent, which is what we are using here for when a team scores a lot more points than another team in a very convincing victory, which has always been an essence in sports. I mean, you could look to the 20s and 30s when we had the biggest thrashing in NRL history with a 91-6 win by St George over Canterbury. Or maybe you could look to even the 50s and 60s when St George were just the most dominant team when they won like 10 titles in a row. But recently, there has been a lot of thrashings in this season. We're only up to round 15, but it feels like a lot of matches nowadays are considered more thrashing. So basically, we're going to do, with stats, is it on the rise and how big this could get. So basically what I did was I compiled every single game from the 2000 season and basically put them all into ones of games which are considered thrashings. But the big thing is, to be counted as a thrashing, I decided that a team needs to win by like a certain margin. So I decided every time it's a 20-point or more win. Like, I know some people, when they constitute a thrashing, they probably go a bit higher, maybe to like 24 or even 30, but for this I think 20 is a good medium ground. So with that chart, we have these numbers. In the 2000 season, there was 55. In 2001, 58. 2002, 61. 2003, 58. 2004, 63. 2005, 54, 2006, 53, 2007, 50, 2008, 60, 2009, 56, 2010, 52, 2011, 46, 2012, 52, 2013, 58, 2014, 62, 2015, 56, 2016, 48, 2017, 42, 2018, 46, 2019, 52, 2020, 46, and as of round 15, 2021, we are at 52. Now, with all that data compiled up, this is what the graph looks like. So obviously there is a few things you need to take into consideration with the graph. For example, all of the seasons before 2007 was a 15-team comp because the Titans hadn't been implemented, and in 2020 was a shortened season because of, you know, the big thing, basically. So with this graph, it already shows that we are at round 15. We've got 10 more rounds remaining in the NRL, and it's already up to in the low 50s. So as you see here, the biggest one is 63, which was in 2004. So there is still potential of these matches that there could be a lot more thrashings. I mean, it's not like I've stopped anymore, because like only like last week, the Melbourne Storm beat the West Tigers when they scored 66 on them. So it is still very possible that he's still going to be on the rise. As you see, but when it goes to like the late 2010s, it does take a dip below 50, hitting as low as 42 in 2017. So what can explain all of this data? Could it just be that teams could be a lot less good than they were, and that some teams are a lot better than they were? It could it be the new rules? It could, and people are being able to control them, or it's just development. It's just a really big issue. For me personally, I do believe that these results basically kind of show how a few teams have adapted to these new rules and new scenarios a lot better than other teams. I mean, Penrith's a big example of really adapting to them. But it does kind of show that all they need is 11 more thrashings, but which is still a fair amount in the last 10 rounds. Basically, they need to average 1 thrashing a round, or just above, really, to make it as of 2000. Obviously, it's probably going to be a lot. So it's going to be like, oh, there was a lot in, like, say, 1920 something, which would be surprising. I highly doubt it's going to get to that level, but I do feel like it is a bit of a an interesting look in trying to explain why some clubs are going really well and why some clubs are going really badly. It's just a very unfortunate situation where teams are just not as competing as others. It's just a bit unfortunate. But yeah, those are the stats. Basically, I do feel that it's kind of hard to tell, really. Like, I know the game is a lot quicker this season, especially. Like, the game's completely different from when it was, like, 8 years ago. So, definitely, probably some teams just haven't been able to catch up, really. So, I think that pretty much is the main ploy. But, yeah, so that is the video. So, what do you guys think is, the main reason for this phenomena happening? Yeah, let me know in the comments below. Thank you all very much for watching. It's a bit of a short video, and thanks for watching.